Top of the morning, what does the day have in store for you? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what we are looking at, what information needs to come through. The weather has definitely changed today, so that may be significant in changes. The Crystal Cave, inner exploration and hidden treasures. So you may be revealing some kind of hidden talent here. You may have been thinking that you have some kind of talent or something that is about you that you haven't really explored before. Now, for some of you, that could have been you maybe kept yourself quiet or kept yourself lower to put other people on a pedestal or to make other people feel better or comfortable about themselves. So why are you hearing this today? You're hearing this today because I feel like there's been a release of emotion at I'm seeing like over the past 4 or 5 weeks. You've been feeling maybe heavily in the emotional body and feeling like there's some kind of shift or change in how you are feeling emotionally, especially towards perhaps a person in your life. And during that time of release of emotion, it's kind of given you some form of enlightenment. It's been a bit of a wake-up call for you to realise what it is that you want, how you want your life to be, what you would like to work on. Because what I'm seeing with that is someone who has been trying to understand themselves for a very long time, trying to feel understood by others, but the realization that actually I've just got to be me, not try and make myself be what other people need me to be or think I should be. Because I feel like for a very long time you've spent groups of friends, people that you're around, possibly even partnerships. You've kind of been a bit of a chameleon. You've turned into what you feel that person needs you to be and lost yourself in the process. But something happened that has kind of made you be by yourself or have to think a lot by yourself. And in that time, you've really developed your individuality. You've really started to understand, actually, I like this about myself. I like the way that things are, and I like the way that I am. Yeah, and that was the initiation. That was the test or the challenge that you were put through. Are you just going to continue and go back to being in this pattern of what people expect you to be? Or are you going to be authentic to yourself? So what I'm seeing from that is like a situation, it could be with family members or people that you've known for a long time, where they would have a label for you like, oh, this is such and such. I don't know, say if you're the one that always was the last one to get around or something, you might be called, I don't know, your pockets are too deep or your hands are too short or something like that. Kind of got off the point a little bit there, haven't I? But it's that sort of energy where you've had a label, you've had a nickname, you've had what people perceive you to be, and you've kind of taken that on and you live up to it. But something's shifted in that now where you're maybe not allowing that anymore. And especially if this is to do with siblings or people that have been very close to you and closer to you in age as well, they're going to struggle to accept this version of you because they don't recognise it as you, because you've always pleased them by becoming what they need you to be. You know, if you're the funny one or you're the cheeky one or whatever, or if you've changed your mind on something, other people are struggling to accept that, to deal with that. So during this period of isolation, this was your challenge to like, can you be authentic around the people that you've, been what they need you to be? You have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position, so there is some struggle around this as to whether you can actually continue to be authentic to yourself, whether you can continue along this path. There's something about wanting to change jobs, wanting to get out of an employed position. I feel like you've got dreams or ambitions of doing something by yourself. I can see somebody wanting to be like self-sufficient. Now, what holds you back in this situation? What is the struggle here as you've been doing these inner explorations, finding these hidden treasures, is what people think and what people are saying about you as well. some people don't view you as very mature, almost like people feel like you have fads and you hop from one thing to the next. They don't feel like you're a very serious person. That could be in jobs, relationships, both. Maybe you move around a lot. People don't seem to understand your position or the way that you live your life. But what I'm getting from this is that from these past few weeks, what you have realised is you need to be unapologetically you, okay? Because by not fulfilling this, by not looking at these hidden treasures within you, you're not being fulfilled. You're not enjoying what's happening in your life, and you want to enjoy now. You're starting to rebel against what people believe you are, perceive you to be, and allowing that authentic self to come through. We've got the Ten of Pentacles coming through on the bottom of the deck there as well. So that's your fulfillment. This is what you're heading towards in this energy that you are embodying now. Now, what I want to say about that, there's something that stood out there with me is the dog. That's like a golden retriever type of dog. Maybe you have that type of dog, or you're thinking about getting a dog. But with that is about loyalty. And I did a video last night about loyalty. Now, loyalty isn't about people doing for you. It's actually loyalty to yourself at times. So it's like, are you being loyal to yourself? Are you being true to yourself in the situations in your life? Are you being honest with yourself? Because I feel like since last October, you've been going through this healing process. You've been doing this inner exploration, inner work, and you are healing from this now. And because of that, there are certain things in your life that you are realizing I need to walk away from. So for instance, the changes or shifts with family members or friendship groups, there are certain friendships or family members that they can't come with you on this journey, and you are realizing that. As hard as it is to accept, you are realizing that. And that could be where the emotion is coming from, is that it's like things are really drastically changing here, but it's not actually a bad thing. And in a way, it kind of lessens the burden. It makes you feel more able. I'm seeing something about lilies as well. Now, lilies to me always represent like funerals and things. Now, that could be metaphoric to be about, the death of a part of you, in the sense of more like a transition or a transmutation. It doesn't have to be like a death, but there's something significant about lilies. Maybe you like the smell of lilies as well. But that to me is a signal of a change in, like a rebirth, basically. Like the death of one thing and then bringing it back round, rebirth. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. So there is this energy of, for some of you, it's like there's a fear in allowing yourself to have what you want. I feel like something is available to you that you actually really want, but there's a fear around allowing yourself to have it. Because of being hurt in the past, I feel like if you've been rejected or you felt abandoned in the past in certain aspects, there's a fear of you exposing these hidden treasures within you, just in case they get exploited or they get taken from you. So let's get a little bit of advice on that fear that you have there for change. Yeah, you are doubting yourself, even though you've had these realizations, even though you have seen the hidden treasures within you and you've been exploring that, and you are starting to be unapologetically you. There is still this energy of doubt, of like, I'm not sure. So what else do you need to know about this? This feels like it could be a long reading actually, if this resonates with you. Okay, this is about forgiveness. So this is about you overcoming your challenges, being resilient, allowing that emotion to ride through, because the enlightenment that you've reached is that actually just forgive yourself for the past, move forward, don't hold on to it, because it is blocking you in your blessings. It's blocking you in being able to step forward and start again. I feel like you're locked in this cave of like, I don't know what to do. If this resonates with you, drop me a DM and we can go deeper.